Welcome to the first community live stream of 2024. As you can hear, I've still got my voice. As you'll probably hear, I'll be coughing a lot because I've still got a cough from Christmas Day, getting over COVID, and then going to Scotland and getting stuck in the snow. But it's been fun. I'm not going to go into that though, because I will bore you to death about my driving abilities in snow, which I normally think are pretty good, but it was scary. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
I do like how we've got in bets about how much, how behind I'm going to be on chat tonight. It could be 10 minutes because I've actually got notes. I've had to make notes tonight because I haven't spoken to you all for ages. So it's like, oh, no, pressed the wrong button already. Stand by. There we go. Because you know, I haven't been here. I've been ill. Had to cancel the last live streams last week. But after first episode, probably Friday, I started to feel like myself again. I wasn't out of breath and just falling asleep at midday. I do feel like I'm back to my usual self, apart from the cough at the moment. So, what's on my list? First off, you will notice I've got a new model here, which I've completed. That's the Mekon. I did a little video because Ian in chat there, you wanted me to show you a video. So this is the Mekon at the moment. I like to, those eyes are freehand done with brushes, but I do like to put Mrs. World of Wayne's Nail Varnish Hardener over the top of them to give that glazed look in there. But I love the Mekon. I love Dan Dare. It was a really fun model to do, and it comes with its own stand. But like Lou, you're going to agree with me here. It did come with a nameplate that said Mekon. But I don't like putting nameplates on models. I mean, I put one on Gremlins here, but I probably shouldn't have done that. I prefer it just with Stripe and Gizmo sitting on there. So I've left the nameplate off the Mekon that way. I mean, it's a conversation starter. People can say, "What's that?" I say, "It's the Mekon from Eagle Comics." So that's that. As you notice, I've had a move around. So I flipped to the Titanic and I put all of these models underneath here. No reason. I know it's blocking up the Blockbuster sign, but I just wanted to lift that higher up. So you can actually see these models because these are normally cut off at the top. So that's why I've had to move around. I'm always going to be moving stuff around. It's just in my nature, I guess. What else? I'm looking down the list. We've got this today. I've actually remembered to do it. So check this out. It's the first stream of the new year, and it's actually quite pleasant out there. Look, the rock's hardly swinging. It's not raining. The temperature at the moment is, I don't know if you can see that. It's just, let me have a look, hang on. Just shy of 10 degrees, so not too bad tonight. So it is. Whoa. We don't want to see that again. All these indents. So it is actually quite pleasant out there. I did have the heating on this morning. We are supposed to be getting a cold spell soon, so that's going to be coming across. Now, a couple of things to mention. First off, look, I've got graphics. I've got graphics prepared. I don't know if you know the channel Horlicks. Horlicks was building the Rootmaster, and he was also building the Leopard tank for Partwork upgrades. Well, Horlicks is going to be building the LaFerrari for Partwork upgrades as well. And Horlicks is trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't believe he's got too far to go now. If you're not subscribed to Horlicks and you do want to watch him building the LaFerrari or look at some of his old builds like the Rootmaster, then by all means, scan that QR code and check out that site. That site is also listed at the start of every live stream because Horlicks is a Patreon member. He does have his little QR code up on there. But you know me, I love a QR code. But I wanted to mention that. I've actually got a graphic for this as well. Look, check this out. There you go. Look, building the LaFerrari. I enjoy building that so far. I've just done the doors at the moment. So it's a really good build. But yeah, definitely check out Horlicks' site. You're going to love that build. I've got QR codes falling out my ears at the moment. Now, I've had a move around. Tomorrow, I was meant to be doing the Alien build. I've actually already done it, but it's going to be out on Monday because tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Lancaster Stage 2. And guess what? I've already done it. Very fiddly, completely different from the trial. So if you've watched my video part 2 of the trial, this part 2 is completely different. So we're actually making the gun turret in it. But again, if you haven't, if you wanted to get the Lancaster, then there's the QR code for that. And I've got a whole heap of stuff from Fanhome coming out with QR codes. But not only do we have QR codes for it, I do have codes. So if you like the 1966 Batmobile that's just been announced, you can scan the QR code there. And if you use the code WayneBat, I love how they've got these codes here, WayneBat, it does nothing apart from tell the folks over at Fanhome that you've come from the World of Wayne channel. So those codes that you use are just saying that you come from the, and I really appreciate if you could just let them know where you've come from. So that's the Batmobile. Another release from Fanhome is E.T., which I believe's on the way. I think some people are starting to get that now. There's the QR code for that, and the code is Wayne ET. Then from D'Agostini Collectibles, we've got the International Space Station, and there's the QR code for that, and the code is Wayne ISS. And then I've got two codes here, but I'm sorry, I haven't got any codes, but I've got two links here. One is for the US subscribers, you viewers in the US, for the Nissan Skyline, and if you're in the UK, I have got the UK Nissan Skyline. There you go. That's QR code corner, I think I should call that. Now, after Christmas, I had no deliveries. As you know, we haven't really received much from Fanhome at the moment. I'm going to be talking about that in a second. But I haven't got anything down here aside from pack 6 of the Agora Models Mercedes 300 SL. But today I had 3 things delivered, and I've wrote them down because I'm going to forget. I've got the Infinity Gauntlet pack 9, which is a really big pack, and it does come with a small Infinity Gauntlet. I think it's the Iron Man one, actually, like a die-cast figurine. I'll show you that probably next week. That stage is 37 to 41. I do have pack 1 of the Nissan Skyline down here. That's coming next week. And I don't know if I keep getting these things earlier than everyone else, but I have got pack, I don't know what the pack number is, but I've got Knight Rider stage 103 to 106. So that's going to be on the channel next week as well. Bear in mind that the Alien build will be on the channel on Monday. So I am just enjoying my monologue, so just let me ramble on. Now, there are some builds coming to a close from Fanhome at the moment. So if you're in the US, these builds are coming to the close. Now, they're either closing now or they're closing in the next 5 weeks. So there's no definite date in that, but just keep your eye open. If you want to get the Enterprise D, the Optimus Prime, or the DeLorean, now is your last chance to get it, because that will be going in the USA. So make a note of that if you do want to do that. And then in the UK, we've got some builds finishing as well. We've got the Infinity Gauntlet finishing, the Marvel Movie Collection figurines, and if anyone was collecting the D'Agostini Collectibles for the tanks, the World War II military tanks, that's coming to a close as well. I think that's on the 19th of this month, so I think there's probably a week in that to actually get them now. Now, yeah, that's it. The codes just let you know where you've come from. Now, I've had so many emails over Christmas, and I am aware that there's some folks in the US that haven't received some of the old Eagle Moss stock deliveries of things like the DeLorean and the Ecto 1. So I just want to have a quick talk about logistics over Christmas and how it all works, because I've been doing investigation of people from Fanhome have spoke to me, and I can concur with things that I actually saw at Airfix last year, believe it or not. Now, I don't know if you know, but when you have these moulding tools, they come on pallets. These giant bits of metal come on pallets, and the only way to move them around through a forklift and to load them into the machines, they have to use chains on cranes, lifting them up, pull them over, loading them into machines. So you can imagine how long that takes, okay? Just to do one set of moulding tools into the machine takes an age to actually put in. Now, if you times that by all the collections, and not just the collections that like Fanhome or Hasher or something offers, but these factories do other things as well. They've got catalogues of all of these moulding tools on pallets everywhere. Now, when Eagle Moss went under, from what I understand, obviously all of those things were packed away and just stored until everything gets resolved. Now, Fanhome obviously resolved a lot of that, and those tools were brought back out. Now, when we do collections, let's pick the Nissan Skyline. You'll have an initial bundle of people that are going to order that build. And as the build goes along, you can pretty much forecast how many people are getting it at the start to how many people are going to get the end. They'll have some depreciation from people that drop out and stuff like that, but they can pretty much standardly put orders in throughout the whole build. Sorry, I keep moving my microphone. And that's why it's easy for new subscribers, when you actually subscribe, to get your builds kind of on time when they come, because they forecasted throughout the whole build what they need to order and what comes. Now, the problem with the Ecto 1, the DeLorean, the Eleanor and all of that is that not everyone was starting at the same time. So you couldn't do that. You can't just have a great big bundle of stuff that you sell at the start and then forecast what you're doing, because some people are starting in the middle, some people are starting at the end, some people are, and it's all over the place. And then if you remember what I said about the tooling and having to load these machines up and stuff like that, do you really want to do that for just one issue or 2 issues or 10 issues? So you wait to get a bold, well, I can't think of the word, a whole collection up to make it worthwhile to print those and put them up. Now, in America at the moment, all the orders for people that are currently rebuilding these, and you are current subscribers, they've all been covered and they are all getting sorted, and you will see notification of those coming soon. But there is a delay, and that's the reason for the delay. It's all to do with the logistics. Bearing in mind we had Christmas as well, and bearing in mind on the 10th of February, we've got Chinese New Year, which is going to affect things as well. But I'm hoping that's pretty much explained the difference between having new builds and having everything sent out to the old Eagle Moss builds, and how things have been built, because obviously people are at different stages. And once they do an order for these, remember, doing an order doesn't mean it's going to have like a week turnaround. Like, it could be up to, I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but I'm guessing it's more than 6 weeks. So, I hope you put your mind at rest. Don't worry. It's not like Eagle Moss, so you will get your deliveries. And as a matter of fact, I've had quite a few notifications for things for Fan Home coming here, and I'm sure you're going to be getting them soon. So that's that. Guess what? I'm looking down my list. I've got one more thing to talk about. You know me, New Year, I have to break something. So I've broke something. I can't believe I broke this. I paid like £450 for this, and I broke it. Mrs. Welder Wayne doesn't know I broke it, just so you know. So this is a first announcement for you. Do you remember I had that Star Trek transporter? And on the transporter, I had Kirk and Spock and I can't pronounce it. Make Lou laugh. Sulu, and Scotty, and who else did I have? McCoy, I think. Well, unfortunately, it fell off the shelf. Now, the figures survived apart from McCoy, who smashed into 1,000,000 billion pieces, and Uhura smashed into 1,000,000 billion pieces. So they've gone. So I thought, just for a laugh, wouldn't it be good if on the teleporter pad, Ian, you're going to like this Partwork upgrades, I put the Stormtroopers, and they've all got the pose as if, what the hell are we doing here? Like a cross-franchise sort of thing. So I thought that was kind of funny to have that in there like that. So that does make me smile. But I am in the process of just moving things around at the moment. Now, the other thing I've done, one second. Because I said to myself, at the end of the day, see, I'm inspired by Lou Dalmaso's channel. I'm inspired at the end of the year, him talking about how many models he's completed. Well, look, I've done one this year, and I'm doing the second one. Now, this is the Talos that I said I was going to be building. Now, he does look very shiny, doesn't he? And believe it or not, this is how this one behind me started up. And this is a base coat that I put on him. And then he's going to have a black coat, a grey coat, and then a verdigris coat. And he's going to look pretty cool like that there. Then I'm actually going to be breaking out the resin and trying to make some sort of diorama for this. So this will be model number 2 that I'm doing this year. I'm going to do the Spaceballs Eagle 5. I really want to get the Ares 1B done this year. And hopefully the Stan Arts Mechanical Shark will be coming soon. So that's that. I think I am done. I'm done. I can't believe it. Tonight, I'm not on the beer. I'm on nice, cold, ice cold milk. So if you're in the 80s, you'll remember that advert. Because I'm still getting over whatever lurgy I had previously. So I don't want to go down for it. My mum's out of hospital now because everybody got COVID over Christmas in this family. Every single person got COVID. The only person that didn't was Charlotte, my daughter Charlotte. We think she was a super carrier because everyone who was in contact with Charlotte got it. So that's not good. And the other thing is that for Christmas, I bought my son got a Meta Quest 3, so he gave me his Meta Quest 2. So I've been playing some VR. Stupid me, I can't really play VR with my glasses. So I took it off. I only got these glasses last year, and I sat on them. So you will notice in my video that they might tilt at the moment. So can't believe I've done that. I need a new pair of glasses. Are you pretending the Blockbuster signs on Iceberg? I could do. I thought I'll get covered, Paul, by not having the Blockbuster, just in case like whoever's got the rights to Blockbuster's ticket sign now tries to sue me. I've sort of partially covered it like they do in the you know, like the Big Bang Theory. They're using Apple laptops, but just sticking a sticker over the Apple seems to suffice. So all cool. C3PO is looking lit. Look, his eyes light up now. Look. If I turn the light out and this light out, look, we'll sit in the dark, shall we? Look, his eyes light up. That's what we did on the Patreon stream. Had an enormous amount of fun with that. A stupid little thing to do, but it was bugging me. It was bugging me. I was trying to, I did tell the patrons yesterday, I'm trying to turn R2D2 on, so all these lights are on as well, so it looks active, and it worked a treat. Unfortunately, I don't know if you know this, but after 5 minutes, it turns itself off, so there's nothing I can do. So I have to press something to keep it going. It just turns itself off otherwise. So that was a waste. But there you go. It's good to be back. It's very good to be back. I'm glad that I'm live streaming again. I'm probably going to lose my voice at the end of this stream, so I can feel it going again now. But there you go. All fun. Oh, now we're talking about, thank you, Will's Workshop, for subscribing to Horlicks. Now, while we're talking about subscribers, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a cheeky thing. I've got a QR code for this. If you're not a channel member at the moment and you're wondering why people in chat have got these little emojis that no one else can use, and if you want to watch Patreon content, or you want to get a little shield by your name, a little star by your name, and that changes colour for every month, then you can become a channel member. And there's the link to become a channel member on the World of Wayne channel, and you can have some fun with the exclusive content that I have for my members. But something happened over Christmas, and that was that I built the Lancaster Bomber build, issue 1. And now I've built this build before, so I don't know what happened on Christmas Eve, but that video's had 45,000 views now. Absolutely shocked. And because of that, those views brought in new subscribers, and I whizzed past 69,000 subscribers without even noticing. Well, I checked this morning. Actually, I checked yesterday, but I checked this morning. I only need 130 subscribers to get to 70,000 subscribers. Can you believe that? 70,000 subscribers. So can I implore you, 54% of you still haven't subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe link, get your granny to subscribe, get your pets to subscribe, get your sons and daughters to subscribe, and get their friends of their friends of their friends to subscribe to try and get me. I really appreciate it, to get over 70,000. I don't know what my goal is this year, but to be honest with you, getting 70,000, my goal for 2024 is already done. But I couldn't believe how that figure just crept up on me. So not long, I'll be opening my my Kentucky bourbon. 100,000 subscribers, that's getting opened. We'll have to see. And the final thing is we've got some NFL this week. Obviously, the Rams are playing Sunday night, Monday morning. And the Dolphins are playing Saturday because they're in the playoffs. So I'm going to be up most of the weekend. I will try and get to chat now, I promise. The 66 Batmobile looks right sexy. It does look really good, doesn't it? I can't wait to actually see some parts for that. I can't wait to see the parts for the Esprit, because, I mean, there's so much. I forgot to tell you about the Esprit. We managed to get a video out just before Christmas for that. Or was it just after? No, it was just after the 28th, the pre-order of the Esprit. That looks cool. But remember, that Esprit that you're seeing is a prototype. When you actually see it in the flesh, oh, my God, what a model. Some people were saying about, why doesn't the Esprit turn into a car rather than a submarine, or have the option to do that, like the DeLorean? And I think, personally, I'm never going to have the DeLorean in flying mode. And B, if I want an Esprit as a car, I wouldn't be picking that Esprit. I'll be picking the next film, which was For Your Eyes Only, which is the Turbo Esprit. I think that's a better car. So I'd like to see a Turbo Esprit as a car. But for the normal Esprit there, I think that needs to be the submarine. Don't talk dash it, bloody idiots, that company. Oh, I am enjoying it. Jim, I'm telling you, I'm enjoying the Lancaster at the moment. So much detail in it. Just to do one stage today took me an hour and a half. But crazy. What do you do with all the trial builds? Bin them, John? I do. I bin them. Normally I would compare. I did keep, I think, for the Ecto one, I kept the trial to the new one so we can compare when we do it. But I didn't do it for the Lancaster, and it's because this workshop is so small, I can't afford to have clutter in here. That's why you'll notice, look, there's no clutter. Look at my paint racks. Look, they're filling up. I think I need about 55 more Vallejo model colour paints, and I'm complete. I've done all my paints. But I'm going for a stage at the moment saying I need more blues. I need more reds. But I've got all my transparent colours. I've got all my metallic colours. I've got all my glazes. So we are getting there. I might get some Baudelaires as well. And what does this do for those codes? Yeah, Pete, all it does is just say you've come from this site. It doesn't do anything. But perhaps they have a loyalty promotion to say, look, it's all come from Wayne's site. As a matter of fact, let's do a poll. Let's make this stream interactive. Let's try it. I'm going to do a poll. I'm interested to know something. And that is, how many issues per pack? So 4, 5, or 6. There we go. Look, I've run a poll. Is it going to work? There's a poll up on the screen. A lot of people have been talking about how, I believe, is it the Batmobile is going to be coming in 6 stages per pack? Knight Rider was only 4 stages per pack. Some of the other builds are 5 stages per pack. And obviously, those prices are going to increase depending on the pack size you have. Now, some people are saying 6 stages is too expensive. But then you've got other people that are saying if you have 6 stages, you'll complete the model quicker. So I'd like to know, what do you think is the sweet spot, if you like, for packs? Because, I mean, Agora models have got it planned out completely. It doesn't matter what build is, it's always going to be 12 packs. But for the other ones, do you prefer 4 stages, 5 stages, or 6 stages? And I suppose you've got to weigh up what's the, is it financially beneficial, or would you rather complete the model quicker? So let's have a look at that. Because a lot of people are saying to me they don't like 6 stages, but I'll check that out in a second. You remember the Infinity Gauntlet? They haven't sent you anything for 7 months now. It's coming. Things are coming if you are waiting for things. Any updates on the DeLorean? Hopefully I've answered those questions earlier on. Oh, look. How far behind on chat am I? Well, I'm going to catch up, I promise. The Millennium Falcon and Infinity Gauntlet are gone in the USA too. I'm speculating, but you know, these are really successful builds, and they may come back one day. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I'll be shocked if they don't come back. But I could understand why you'd pull something to release it later on. For that reason that I said, that then you can have that whole flow through to the end of the build, order the stuff, and make it a little bit more, what's the word, in order, lined up. Line up all your ducks. But I haven't got a clue. So, you know, me speculating. After a 2 months hiatus, the Loton 97T has started chipping again. I've still got a pack to do of that. Nearly gave up all hope. That's good news, Spenny. Yeah, you just reminded me I've got a pack to do with that, because I'm looking over what I've got to do and I think I'm running out. I've still got some of the Lancia to do as well. And I believe I've got a pack of the Valentino Rossi to do as well, the bike. I'm enjoying that. Ian's keeping a low profile. He's working on Batman things. Ian Campbell is Batman. You got to say it, Ian. I'm Batman. Batman's been speeding, from what I understand. I hope Fan Home bring Kane build up and a Bumblebee also, and Ed. I'd love to see an Ed 209 and Michael Keaton's Batmobile. That'd be cool as well. Okay, so let's look at this poll. It's looking like, oh god, why can't I see the poll? There we go. It's pretty even. No one wants to see 5 in a pack. We've got 37% who'd like to see 4 in a pack, and 35% who'd like to see 6 in a pack. So it is quite a mixed bag there. Someone just said something that reminded me of something. I'll have to come back to it. I can't remember what it was. It will come to me. My mind's all over the place at the moment since New Year, I'm telling you. By the way, we enjoyed Scotland apart from the snow. We enjoyed it so much that we're actually going to go away for Christmas this year. So we're going to be away for the whole of Christmas in a log cabin. Just me, Mrs. Welderwayne, and the 2 Dachshunds. I can't pronounce the German. Dachshund. Oh, that was it. It was Charles. Charles Carley. Was that your name? Charles Carley. This is great. If you've seen the film Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater and Samantha Mathis, he actually uses an alias in that film called Charles U. Farley. And I've been using that alias on the internet for ages when I don't want people to know my name. So the reason he uses that is because Charles U. Farley can convert to Chuck U. Farley. So that's my alias, and it was quite fun to see your name, Charles. That was completely random, wasn't it? Is there a model car kit in 1/8 scale with steering and driving like a normal? Oh, wow, God, you've really... Ingo, you have sparked my interest. Now, you know, people say about these models can be really expensive and they come in at like between £1,200 and £1,500. Well, there's a company called the Little Car Company. I don't know if you've heard of these. You can do a search online for it. And you can get a DB5, a no time to die DB5 for it. Now, if we're paying, say, between £1,200 and £1,400 for that, how much do you think a 66% scale of a DB5 would cost? Now, I do believe you can drive this one, but it is 66% sale. To stop you guessing, they're selling it for £95,000. £95,000. And they do a junior version of it for £55,000. So I've got to show you this because I know you're not going to believe me. So next time someone wants to tell me, oh, it's overpriced, then I just point them to this. So products, here we go. We've got the Aston Martin DB5 Junior. You ready? It's loading. This is it here. Look, it's a little mini one, but they're charging, if I just scroll down here, it looks good, doesn't it? Where is it? They had the price on here. They go, look, £59,000 for the Vantage Junior or £95,000 for the DB5 Junior. So, you know, if you got the money, there you go. Hope that's answered your question, though. We're getting a Bumblebee. I haven't heard that at all, I have to say, Adam Zengling. Happy New Year, Tattooed Zoologist. Yeah, she does now. These live streams, Ian, is like my confession booth. So I can say anything in here, and hopefully I get absolution when I go outside. Yeah, I agree. The communication is everything. But again, for the Christmas period and just logistics over the thing. And plus, I think, yeah, before you communicate things out, you need to make sure that your information you're communicating is 100% correct. If I don't know, I'll always say I'm speculating or I haven't got a clue. But yeah, I agree. Greg Carter, it did surprise me with being closed out for new subscribers already that the initial run of that isn't close to complete yet. Well, current subscribers aren't affected by this. They're still going to be able to get hold of it. Will's Workshop, you're expecting your Knight Rider in about 2 weeks, as I've just had the notification of dispatch, which is usual after notification. I've had a look at it. We're still working on the back panel, and Marvel Phoenix, Todd was right that we are going to be piecing the whole 2 parts together in the last stage. So that's going to be coming up. Wayne's in trouble now. Yeah, I threw them away months ago, Paul. She just doesn't know. Especially when I'm paying like £59 for those figures each. It wasn't the best buy because they're not exactly the best quality, to be honest with you. And the painting's got awful. But there you go. The Skyline's out now, Jake. I've got pack 1 here. So what's the time? I'll get it out in a second, so we'll have a look. Tattoo Geologist, my son-in-law's given me his 3D printer. Happy days. Well, because my son got his MetaQuest 3, I'm going to be using this FDM printer this weekend because he wants me to build a stock so he can actually play shoot-'em-up games with this stock. I'm not going to mention the word that goes before that, but you can pretty much guess. So he wants to walk around the house like that. So that's what we're going to try and 3D print. He's reaching for the Argo. He is, but I haven't done the Argo yet. But it's funny because obviously this looks really shiny. Obviously it wasn't this colour in the film. But that's exactly how I did that one, to make it bronze. All I do then is I'm going to do a spray paint of black over the top of it, which turns it that real dark colour. Then I use some grey, rub it in, and the grey will actually sit into the seams here and all around here. And then when you put the verdigris over, the grey really activates the verdigris and it turns that lovely green colour. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. If you ever break the Millennium Falcon, I'll get you arrested. That's sitting there. It's not hanging up or anything. It's just sitting just there. So you do realise that I'm going to be at a stage, probably not this year, but next year, that I'm going to have 2 Falcons. So I won't be keeping them both. So one of them I'm probably going to do a giveaway for. God knows how I'm supposed to deliver it, but we'll have to see. The SR71 is something I'm building offline, Carl, because it's impossible to do those kits online. I figured that out. They just take forever. And the painting takes forever because some things you need to paint on the sprues, some things you paint when they're attached. I just don't think it makes good viewing. I like to be able to cut away and do something else. I want to always be doing something. But if I'm just cutting things off sprue, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. You're getting COVID for Christmas. It wasn't fun, though. Honestly, Christmas Day, I didn't eat any Christmas. I probably about 5 bites of my Christmas dinner, so I missed that. And then I was in bed by 6 in the evening because it just wiped me out. And Mrs. Wayne, bless her, she had COVID and was cooking Christmas dinner with it, feeling like I was. We were in a terrible state. And you probably saw my video after Christmas, completely lost my voice. But
Not good. But I'm hoping that getting ill then means that I've got so many antibodies in my body now, 2024 is going to be a breeze. I'm not going to get ill. We'll have to see. You got an email from fan for the 1966 Batman Restoring, subscribe straight away. I'd love to see how that goes, because that's going to be like the Ecto one, I think. I think it's just a bit smaller than the Ecto one, actually. You're looking forward to seeing the Spaceballs ship. Yeah, I'm gonna start building that. It's gonna be a good build. Oh, by the way, I've booked my tickets to WonderFest this year, so I've got my flights booked. So would everyone like to know where I'm going in America? So my flights are going to take me from the glorious home of London Heathrow, and we're landing in this really rural state called Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm landing in Atlanta, and then I'm going to be arriving at Louisville around about 8:30 in the evening, so a bit later than I normally do. So I'm arriving in Atlanta now. I'm flying Delta. The reason I'm flying Delta is because all the other flights either have a stupid turnaround time, or they don't leave till like 6 in the evening when I'm coming back. So on the way back, I'm leaving Louisville around about 12:30, and I'm going to be going to another place I've never been to before, which is Detroit, Michigan. So that's going to be fun, going to Detroit. And I've only got a 4-hour layover in Detroit, and then off back home. But flights are all booked, ready to go. Probably, but the thing is, Edward, I probably want to do them all, because they're terrible. Look, let me show you that picture again. Look at the painting on the figures behind. I mean, look at Scotty. What's going on with his eyes? This, yeah. I'd have to do them all. I just like the idea of having stormtroopers on a transporter pad. I think that's quite good. Bit like my Batinator. You know, mix two franchises together. Kitbash some franchises together. I was actually considering, I don't know if anyone's ever done that, what would happen if you take off the cockpit from the Millennium Falcon, so you round it, put some nacelles, or nacelles, whatever you want to call them, nacelles on it from Star Trek, and put that underneath. And kitbash that, so you've got an amalgamation of Star Trek and Falcon. That would be wicked. I do have the Terminator. That's in the house. That patrols up the top of my stairs. So if anyone's coming round, it's looking down menacingly with its Batman cape on. I've still got the Batman cowl on. Where's the superstructure of the Titanic? It's under here. It's actually on, so I can't show you. I've got, behind me is the Uniformation GK2 resin printer. Under here, I've got the curing station and the wash station, which are the exact heights to be able to put the Titanic on and the decks. So they're all under the table just here. What's happening to the Enterprise? I'm going to start the nacelles, Peter, on those. So I've kept the saucer. Yeah, you've reminded me. I knew there was something else, but I am going to be doing that. I'm definitely going to be getting back onto that. Definitely. Can you not work out what voltage R2D is running at and then get an Arduino to run it? Probably. That'd be quite a bit of work, though, Paul. I don't think I've got that skill, to be honest with you. Not with that many cables and stuff. I would just like the lights on to make it look active, like it's doing something. Happy New Year, Alan. I am going to be doing the Batmobile. Just so you know, I've already signed up to the Batmobile, the ISS, and the ET. So they're definites that I'm doing. Obviously, I'm doing the Lancaster. There's another build coming in March, which, believe it or not, I've signed up for. I can't tell you about it yet, because it's touch or go whether it gets released. So I'm hoping it does. We'll see. It's something that's already been released, so it's nothing that's like going to make, oh my God! It's something that's already been released. But I'm hoping it gets a re-release, if that makes sense. And it's not the X-Wing. I know you're probably thinking that. Hello, Helder. How's it going? Helder, Scottish snow, it was terrible. It was terrible. Saturday the 30th of December, we were driving from Tyndrum down to Calendar. And oh my God, that was a nightmare journey. Yeah, I am so close to 70,000 subscribers. I mean, let me go and have a look at my site. I'll tell you what I'm on at the moment. Matter of fact, let me do it on my phone. My phone is more up to date. So at the moment, I'm on 69,864 subscribers. So close. So close. I think I'm subbed on all my Google accounts to World of Wayne. Yeah, even my other Google accounts are subscribed to me. I'm subscribed to me. Millie and Bella, the dogs, need to be subscribed to me. Hi, Hi, Wen, what are you thinking on Robocop? So far to me, to be honest, I'm not liking it much. I'm enjoying it, Stephen. I haven't done it for a while. I am enjoying it. I'm sorry, I'm just looking how far behind I'm on chat. This has got to be a record. I'm trying to catch up, I promise. I am better now. You can probably hear it in my voice. I still got a nice croak in my voice, though, and I can keep it nice and deep. So, do you know more about the expected dashboard mods from Mike Lane for Kit? I don't know anything, Zip, to be honest with you. Apart from the screens, that's all I know. The important early game on Sunday. No, we're not interested in that. Apart from the Dolphins and the Rams in this house. We don't care about the Bills. Besides, I thought you were a Cleveland fan now, Jim. Hi, Jamesy boy. How's it going? We haven't done the Robocop build for a while. I'm still waiting to come. I mean, I must have had notifications for about, I don't know, 10 builds, and 3 came today. So, Bella is currently laying in my arms, snoring her head off. I'm not doing the Starsky and Hutch for Torino build. So, I don't think it was ever released in this country, actually. The sub was a good idea, but they added car feature to it, like the pop-up headlights and the reverse lights that were not used in the sub mode. It's true, but then I don't know if they appeared at the Peterson, because the model they had on the Peterson didn't have opening doors. The doors are actually screwed shut. And obviously they went to the Peterson to scan the Esprit. So it's modelled on that one. So who knows? Thank you, the Riz. I appreciate that. I've gone with 6, as that's how the DeLorean started for me with Eagle Moss. I like 6. I prefer 5, I think. 5's the sweet spot for me. Because like it's just for making videos. Make it. I mean, when I did the Alien build, that you'll see on Monday, that was 9 stages, 9 stages, and it took me like all morning. And then to edit it and then to glue it, I haven't actually got it down here. All I've got is a leg. I share my workshop with an alien leg. See? So obviously we're building the other alien leg now as well, but that's what the alien leg's looking like at the moment. Shall I just... We need a lamp. You know the lamps like in... what had the leg lamp? Was that the Christmas film? I can't remember what it was called. Just make an alien leg lamp. We deal with the surreal on the World of Wayne channel. Coming to the end of the Enterprise build, I'm not. Everyone else is. Thinking of doing either the Falcon or the Ecto 1. Don't want to miss out on either one. And seeing the fan homes getting rid of 3 more, which do you think is best? Falcon. But I am... I've been using this word a lot lately. Mrs. World of Wayne will tell you, because I'm conflicted, because I like the Ecto 1 as well. The Ecto 1's really heavy, but size-wise, you're gonna struggle for space for the Falcon and the Ecto 1. I like the Falcon, though. So Wayne would prefer 6. Look, 6. My OCD likes 5. 6 for a quicker build. 4, but more to do in each. That could work. That could work. But then again, Lou, I'm telling you today, that's just one stage of that Lancaster build. Took me like an hour and a half. So you can imagine, double that, it's 3 hours to edit. It's always double the filming time is the editing time for me. It's crazy. I can't believe I'm so sorry. I will try and get to all the chats. I've been off on one tonight, having a ramble, haven't I? Perhaps I need Mrs. World of Wayne as a timekeeper with a stopwatch telling me, get on with it. They should give the customer an option for stage number. It'd be interesting. I wonder if they'd do a poll. That's all the companies. Like, not so much Agora, because I said they do by packs, but for Hachette, Vanheim, D'Agostini, Ixo, what sort of size packs? Because there must be a sweet spot where you can get maximum engagement to a product for a price that's right. Matthew, you had your next package of Night Ride and had a letter saying the price goes up next month per issue. Yeah, I mean, all the prices for these Partworks are going up at the moment. It's cost of goods at the moment as well. Your 6-year-old son still thinks your name's Bruce Wayne, and every time he sees you on TV, he shouts Bruce Wayne. I wish I had Bruce Wayne's money. Oh my god. See, I'm coughing. Still getting over it. Don't mind how many packs, so long as there's a lot to do. Yeah, I do agree with that. Wayne, are you willing to remove the dashboard again from kit to add some extra mods? No, I don't want to touch that. I'm getting terrified, Zip, about piecing them together. Forget about doing mods when you're at this stage, because I'm right at the end of the build. It's partly the reason why I never did the power mod for the DeLorean. There's no way, after that issue 91, that I was going to take it apart again. It's very sunny and open. Yeah, I bet it is. Actually, the next day was nice, but held up, people were leaving their cars because they just couldn't get them over the smallest incline. And if you had low-profile tyres, you were screwed. And the problem is, they had gritters and what they call them, ploughs on the road, but not at the same time. So all the plough would do would be clearing the snow, but just leaving this lovely level of ice. It didn't do a thing. So, but we got back. Thank God. I don't know how. You don't have the patience for more than a year build, 12 packs max. But don't you think, though, Lou, that I mean, we've got 3 more packs now of the Optimus Prime, that went quick. From stage 1 to we've just done pack 9, that went really quick to me. I just think these builds, they do seem daunting for these 1 and 2 years, but I think by the time you get to 2 years and you look back and you think, wow, that actually did race by. See, the model game is, I'm the other way of thinking with this, with the price. Because if people were to see what an end model looks like, I'm sure they'll justify the price. It's very rare that people see the end model. They see a couple of parts at the start, the price, and think, no way. But if you see it in person, then you realise where the money's going. And the reason I say that is because if you go into a, again, I use Duxford as an example, for some of the plain models they've got, which are tiny, die-cast metal, I think there's wooden models there, but they go for like £600, and they're only small and they don't do anything. And you think, I just think that more people should see the end result of how these things. I'm hoping my channel actually shows that. But even these look small. That's why I keep using my head to show how big things actually are, because it's good to be able to see them in person. Hi, Ian, how's it going? Ian, I never got those stickers, you know. So if you're coming to WonderFest this year, I need stickers. Stickers. Anyone got stickers? Give me stickers, and I'll stick them all over the wall here. Getting drunk on milk tonight, Wayne? Yeah, definitely. It's some sort of fermented milk like they have in Mongolia and Kazakhstan. Oh, I love milk. What compressor do you use for your airbrush? I don't know. It's a big one. That's all I know. My compressor was actually given to me by Svi. He gave me the airbrush as well, but I did buy another, or got another airbrush since then, an Iwata one. But that was all done with my old airbrush. I haven't actually used my new Iwata one yet. Apart from the base was actually a spray can. I prefer to use metallic paints out of a spray can rather than spraying. If it's a small area, I'll use my Vallejo paints. But if it's a large area, I prefer to use a spray can. You could easily deliver the Falcon to Basildon. Yeah, definitely. I'm in Basildon tomorrow, Chris, you know, because I'll be in Starbucks again, picking the kids up. So, as a matter of fact, Mrs. Welder Wayne's embroidery machine's fixed, so I've got to go pick that up tomorrow, and then spend the day in Starbucks in East Horndon, so, until I pick the kids up. Did I tell you? Yes, Jack already told me, Jim, about Jack, about your little sportsman bet that he had going on. What did I think of the Xmas Doctor Who? I thought it was Labyrinth all over again, Wayne. It was just the story of Labyrinth. How's the Gundam kits coming, John? I haven't opened them. They're still down here. Look, I don't know if you can see them. Just there in the corner. So I haven't got round to doing it because on the Patreon streams, the last one I did was doing C3PO. But I am going to get cracking on those. Best paint to use on the Falcon, manufacturer. Well, I still use Vallejo paints. I swear by them there is. I did used to use Tamiya lacquers, but I swear by Vallejo. But I am following the instructions. The instructions that Fan Home give now for the Millennium Falcon are actually giving you paint techniques and showing you how to do it. So I'm watching this space to see what the magazines hold for that. Even the Germany game has poor home team, the Panthers. Yeah, there is a chance that the Rams could be over though, Jim. They're playing the Bears away. Take care, Chris. See you later, mate. Are you at Telford, Wayne? I'll be in Telford in November. Paul? Paul Reynolds, your missus went into hospital Thursday before Christmas quiz night and only been out 5 days. That's terrible, Paul. I said, my mum, once again, I'm in Scotland and I get a call that my mum's in hospital. So it's like every time we go away, something happens. Mrs. Welder Wayne will attest to that. Detroit is a dangerous place. Be careful, Wayne. Yeah, I'm hoping that I don't have to leave the airport. But pop into Porn Stars in Detroit. I'm not leaving the airport. Sacrilege. Do I polish the models? No, they gather protective dust, Adams Anglin. I need to polish them. Actually, I use Mrs. World of Wayne's makeup brushes normally just to dust them. You will notice that I haven't got the orrery in here anymore. I put that back in the house because it was just squeaking too much and I need to oil it up. At least you'll last longer in Detroit than the Rams will this year. Detroit Airport is almost as bad as Atlanta. Well, I've never been to Atlanta, Dons. This is going to be an eye-opener for me. Yes, well done, Ian. Once again, just Horlicks, the channel. If you want to follow Horlicks, let me put another thing up on the screen. There you go. That's Horlicks' YouTube channel there. When's the Agora Apache coming out? Summertime, I believe, Ken. So when they announced it or showed it off at Telford last year, they did say it's going to be coming out in the summertime. Katrina's planning the food now. Oh, that was nice. Anyone know about the Mad Max car? I've heard nothing since that initial trial, Jason. I've heard nothing since then. I'm still working on my second 1,000 subscribers. It's just reaching that 1,000 subscribers. That's why I think it's good to try and get people to 1,000 subscribers, because a lot of things unlock to people when they get to 1,000 subscribers. That's why it's good to actually push some of these channels to get to 1,000 subscribers. And like the Model Gamer as well. I think I've got your QR code on the front as well. But the to get to the first 1,000 subscribers, it is a challenge. But once you're there, you've got so much more tools to actually work with. You'll find your subscriber rate goes up. I heard it's still pretty bad up though. Down in Glasgow, it's not too bad just now. Well, we were just north of Glasgow. We were actually about 10 miles outside Stirling. Mrs. World of Wayne, she laughs at the way I pronounce that as well. We had to drive through Bannockburn. Leg lamp, that was it. Christmas Story. I knew it was a Christmas film or something, but yeah. And how about an alien leg lamp? That's got to be the way. It's got to be the way to go. I'm telling you. Definitely the Ecto one. Hello, Mick. How's it going? Wayne, I'm enjoying watching your live stream as usual at the moment. Sat in the bar in Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt. Enjoying a nice. What's it like out there, Mick? Because you know they stopped us going there for a while after that plane crash, and it's a place that I really like to visit. But it's another place that I'd like to go to Egypt as well. But I hear so many horror stories, and then Mrs. World of Wayne tells me no, Egypt's fine. So it's a place that's on our bucket list to go. Is there going to be a Hogwarts train build? You know what? After that trial, Michael, we never saw it again. So who knows? Norman Collier moment. Hello, Robert. How's it going? Thank you, Scottish people, for making us so accommodating over December and trying to keep us there with the snow. How much storage do you have for all your builds? Well, I've got 26 boxes in the house now, all by the front door, and then all my models are in my old man cave, which is now my old man cave / Mrs. World of Wayne's sewing room. So, we're still waiting for an announcement when that's going to be delivered, Mark. So we haven't actually started it yet. As soon as we know, you'll know. So, yeah, as Lou just said, get the bloody things. So now it's a vote. Guess it's one for the Falcon, one for Ecto. Yeah, I think the Falcon, but there you go. I think there's more to do in the Falcon. You'll have a lot more fun, especially if you want to tinker with it and add some stuff. Why am I highlighting the stream elements bot? I don't know. My video quality is still 7,000 kilobits per second, Ian, and I haven't dropped anything. So found the trick with Knight Rider body mounted is pull the lower seals out as you drop over the dash. I will bear that in mind because I've kept mine separate now because I'm just freaking out about putting those things together. As a matter of fact, you know the seals that we put on, I've taken them off. I'm going to put them on as the last thing because they just keep coming out every time I do that. But yeah, I will do that. Hello, Steve Powell. How's it going? Your channel is the one that made me take the plunge on doing one of these models in the first place. I've been blamed for a lot of things, Model Gamer. I'm surprised I haven't got more wives and girlfriends phoning me up saying, you are responsible for me not eating tonight. Liam, you'll stick to affordable 3D printing big dollars. If I win the lotto, that might change. I don't blame you. I mean, you know what, Liam? I have so much fun doing the bigger models, which were like, you know, the Thunder Road, the Vincent, the ET spaceship, the even the, I know this was £130, I think, $130 when I got that from WonderFest. But the Mekon there, the Mekon, I think that was £40, something like that, from Mooncrest models. There is something to be said for those models, especially if you want to soup them up a little bit and do your own thing in it. I'll bury you in stickers at WonderFest. Yeah, you can do that. Milk and Kraken could be a genius mix. Oh, there is a drink with rum and milk, isn't there? It's called a moo something. Can't remember what it's called. A Malibu. A Malibu. That's what it's called. Malibu. So that's Malibu and milk. It's supposed to be nice. Malibu. Oh. Hello, Speak Life 47. I want to thank you for the instruction videos for R2. Very helpful. And I'm waiting on my last pack now. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you got through that. I actually remade the initial set of videos because I don't think I went into enough detail with the wires. So I'm hoping the next ones that I bought out were a lot easier to follow. Do you think they should have had sounds for the Infinity Gauntlet? I don't know. It's so big, Red. It's just overpowering how big it is. And if you see the size of the box, check this out. Look. This is how big the box is. Look against my head for the next Infinity Gauntlet. And you remember I told you that they had a thing in here? Stand by. Behind you. Look. Comes with this. And even that's big. Look. Let's put that there as well. I hope I've answered that, Michael. Tamiya acrylic paints are really good. I just think that the lacquer paints, they're just... I find lacquer paints go on perfectly, and I think they look better, lacquer paints on models as well. But the cleanup of them is just not worth it, and I don't like the smell of them either. You need to be in a well-ventilated area. So that's why I prefer to use the acrylics. Chris Falcon does a good job with showing paint on his build, even if his build is just a little less organised than yours are. I haven't actually seen Chris Falcon's channel for a long time. I need to go and check him out again. Esther's sending a family message to everyone with one of my dogs snoring. I don't know. You're going to be at Telford again in your orange shirt. Yeah, we were looking for an orange shirt. That's why we didn't see you, Ian. I'm slowly catching up. Can you believe it? You know what? I may be like 20 minutes behind on chat, but I get there in the end. I will bleeding meet you this year, Ian. We'll have to arrange something. Are you going to be coming again, Paul? I really do like Telford. It's just, Telford's a 2-day thing. Trust me, it's a 2-day thing. They need to sort out the competition because the competition, people bring their entries in the morning, but they don't allow the public in until 3 o'clock until they've judged it. And what that means is that at 3 o'clock, when they open it up, every single man and his dog is going to go into that competition area to look at things, and you aren't going to see a thing. So pretty much Saturday, unless you want to push through people, you're not going to see any of that competition area. Sunday you will, but by Sunday, people, I think it's got to be there for a certain amount of time, and then people can take them. But yeah, if you're going on Saturday, you're not going to see I didn't see the competition area. I still think that people should put their models there, and it should be a free reign for everyone to see. And then after the event, when it closes at 6 o'clock on Saturday, that's when the judging should start. Now, I know all the judges are volunteers, and, you know, they've got things that they want to do in the evening, but how long does it... The judging must take 3 hours if the cut-off's 12 till 3. So I just think that's the best way to do it. But who am I? You can't change IPMS's opinion on things. You got your hotel and airline ticket for WonderFest 2024. Yeah, I've got my hotel booked as well. It's just weird because last year I had a choice of going from Louisville to Chicago and then getting a plane from Chicago to London Heathrow, but the turnaround time, even though it's in the same terminal, was 35 minutes. And I didn't know if I'd make it, especially if the plane's late. What happens then? So, oh, it's September for the Apache. There you go. I was completely wrong. I thought they said summer. I suppose September's like late summer, isn't it? You booked your WonderFest flight hotel months ago. Got a big J5 to show off. Ooh, that'd be cool. I can just see you and Mrs. World Wayne living in a joint airport like Tom Hanks in the movie The Terminal. Well, Mark, it's just me going this year. I'm on my own. I say I'm on my own. I'm actually going with Keith from Cosmic Scale Models. I don't know if Keith's going to be on the same flights as me. I did give him my flight details. But yeah, Mrs. World Wayne can't go because obviously it's on during the school time and she has to go to school. So that's that. Fan Home Nissan Skyline GTR Fast and Furious. Yes, that's out now. What's the time? 56. I'll show you that next week. Egypt's a wonderful country to visit. Mrs. World Wayne's been there. She keeps saying I should go. I definitely want to go. Tell Fan to do Head 209. Dan Krim, you made a Star Wars leg lamp. I bet that's cool. Oh, that's funny. And now the coffin's coming back. Oh. Hey, Wayne, where did you get the Explorer spaceship? It's actually a Jeff Fink design model, and I believe it's still available on partworkupgrades.com. The files for it, because it's a 3D print. Can you show the Orca? That's actually in the house at the moment, Chase. So I'll try and get some video footage of that for the next stream. So will that fit Iron Man? Hey, you know what? It probably would. Will's Workshop. It's that sort of scale. It is that sort of scale. That's crazy. Pretty crazy, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that, Will. I didn't realise that is the size of the Iron Man. You like acrylic in my airbrush. If done right, they work nicely and dry quickly. Yeah, no, definitely. Their flights, really? Dublin direct to Louisville? Oh my God. Perhaps I should be coming into Ireland. I've already booked the tickets now, so. Do you have a random sock anywhere? They're saying that because when I cracked open C3PO to do the lights yesterday, I had stuffed a sock in there for light bleed, I guess. I didn't even know I did that. And it was like a new sock as well. So God knows, again, in trouble with Mrs. World Away because she wants to know where all my old socks are. But guess what? We've come to the end of the stream. I kind of caught up. Yeah, I think it's too big. Yeah, no, definitely, Robert. You're making good progress on that Aventador. I haven't even got around to doing the next one of the 72 D on the Aventador, but I will try and get on that. But that was a fun stream to get back to, wasn't it? So tomorrow we've got stage 2 of the Lancaster Bomber, and then Monday I've got the Alien build. I'm 2 builds ahead at the moment, and then obviously you've seen that I've got the Infinity Gauntlet Knight Rider and whatever that one is. I can't remember. Whatever that one is, that will be on the channel next week. Thank you for joining me tonight, though, and take care.